fast, stuffing them shits in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just trying to be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
Who do you think's the best back in the game?
The best all-around back is Christian McCaffrey. All-around back. Total complete package. You know, there are some guys that are better runners. There are some guys that are better out of the backfield, but complete total package, I truly believe, you know, Christian is right there. I think that, you know, one thing he has done, he has validated the fact that we did pick him in the top 10 when I was in Carolina, and then he went out and showed it. So, you know, to me, again, just the fortunate fact that I've coached him, I've been around him. Now, look at where I am now in the division I'm in, and look at the two backs that are truly special guys right there, and you sit there and go, wow, this is going to...
No, I feel like they need a lean on. You know, if they keep Cam Newton and go forward with him, that's what I think they need to do, to take the pressure off of Cam Newton. You know, hand the football to McCaffrey, because he is a complete back. You know, hand it off to him to take the weight off of Cam Newton's shoulders, so he'll to try to do a whole lot and have a load on him. That could be a safety blanket for him, and that's the way he can ease his way into throwing the football. You don't want him to drop back and try to throw the football a lot more, and you got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, so you could just hand it off to him and take everything off of Cam Newton.
Be special, and again, you know, looking at what Barkley, you know, can do with the Giants is pretty impressive. Looking what Zeke does with Dallas, that's very impressive. So again, we'll have our work cut out for us, you know, when we play those guys twice a year in our division.
I know we're here to talk Super Bowl, and you got the new job.
Yes,
but I just have to ask you because you're here, and I know you're not the type. The reason they have you is they want the right football culture. So I'm not asking for excuses. I just want to know, just an honest moment, coaching Cam Newton and that team and that defense, and not having a dynamic offensive player, as excellent as Greg Olsen is, like Christian McCaffrey's prime kind of overlap with Cam's. Christian admitted there was talk in the locker room about that, like, damn, we just missed it. Yep. What was the feeling like when McCaffrey got there about that?
We were pretty excited about it because, again, if you remember what happened in 2017, we had a solid season, but, you know, Cam had just come off of the shoulder surgery and was really just getting back into his zone with Christian, and then again, he got hurt in 2018 again. But the 2017 season just showed us what it could have been, what the...
Everything has to just be Cam Newton just being healthy for this team. That's all. If he be healthy, he could get to some of them parts that he was a top-level quarterback. I'm not saying he's not one. Cam Newton is. I'm saying so he could be back to the level he was. At least to get Carolina where they want to go. Because that's all they need. Just need Cam Newton to be healthy. That's all they need from him. It's like he's on the field, that can help this team out a lot more.
Potential might have been if we could have had a healthy Cam.
Yeah.
And Coach, for you make the decision to go with the Redskins. Why Washington?
You know, probably the biggest thing, and when I first, you know, was let go and I had my press conference on that Wednesday morning, and I told everybody, hey, I want to get back into it. I love the game. I believe I still have something to offer to the game. To me, I said it was about the fit. I wanted to find the right kind of fit. The things that I were looking for, you know, Mr. Snyder presented to me. The things that I wanted to see in terms of a young roster, I saw with Washington. So that's what excited me, and that's why I think the fit was there for me.
Coach, we saw Dwayne Haskins in a handful of games, but tell me, what type of quarterback is he? What have you seen?
You know, I think he's got a little bit of the ability to be a little bit of a blend of who Cam Newton is with his athleticism, his ability to move around, his ability to run the ball. But I also think he's got a little bit of that pro style where he can sit in that pocket, look downfield, set his feet, and deliver a good ball. You know, got an opportunity to watch a few of the games, the rest of the games actually, and watched him against Detroit before we played them, and saw, you know, that those two drives he had in the fourth quarter where they had to score points. He put the team in position both times. They kicked field goals, ended up winning the football game. Then I watched the last of the couple of games that he played and saw as he started to develop and grow, the decision-making process was picking up. It was better and better. He was learning where to throw the ball, where to deliver the ball so that it was a catchable ball for his receivers, and you just saw the growth. So that's what's exciting about a good young player like him.
He, as like a one-year starter,
they have to put the right guys around him. He need more outside threat for this team to go to the next level. They need to put some more good wide receivers around him because they hoping Reed will be healthy this season for him. The tight end position could be a safety blanket for him, but if he be healthy this season for him, and he just needs some more skill guys around him to help him out so he could grow with this team. They just have to surround him with some guys.
Learning curve even in college was steep. He was a different guy by the end of the year, putting up those big numbers. But what surprises me as you talk about his running ability, because he was known as a stationary guy, and he's shown more running ability in the pros than he did in college, and he's even talked about it. But he strikes me as more of the mobile guy in the pocket than a guy that gets outside of the pocket.
Well, you know, with his size, and again, he's still developing as a young man, but with his size, he can withstand a lot in the pocket as well. I mean, kind of a little bit like what Ben Roethlisberger has the ability to stay alive, stay active, and be upright. Well, I saw a little bit of that of Dwayne as well. So I'm excited about what this young man can do and how he can develop into a quality player. And, you know, don't count on Alex Smith is a guy that, you know, coming off that horrific leg injury that, you know, is working back. We'll see how he is once we start OTAs and minicamps as well.
And let's talk Super Bowl 54. Kansas City Chiefs offense, dynamic Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco 49er offense, the run game, and Kyle Shanahan. Give me a little something that you would have to stop for each one, and how would you do it?
Well, again, you know, the thing that was interesting was if you go back to last year's AFC Championship and you look what the Patriots did and how they were able to bottle them up for most of the game, I can imagine with the players that they have as far as the 49ers front, you know, that's what they're going to attempt to do is keep Patrick inside the pocket because as he moves around, as Andy gets him on the edges, he becomes very elusive, becomes very dangerous because now the run-pass most certainly is there for him as a quarterback. As far as the running game goes, you know, with San Francisco, you know, they've got to be able to set edges and keep that ball contained.
It's going to have to be, can they contain Patrick Mahomes? Can they get pressure on him to slow down the offense? That's going to be the key for them. Can they slow down his offense? And can the Chiefs get out to a good start? Besides the 2 games they had to get here, they don't need to fall behind. Because San Francisco showed if you fall behind, they know how to keep the lead because that jump starts the defense. And Kansas City just had to get to a fast start. Start their defense. It's going to come down to can San Francisco stop their offense? And it's going to come down to can Kansas City get out to a fast start in this game.
And they've got such a good running game that if they can stretch it and those guys can find cutback creases, you know, they're very dangerous. So it's a very good matchup. I'm excited about, you know, who has the opportunity to win this game just based on those 2 things. You know, what will Patrick Mahomes be able to do and how will that 49ers running game be effective?
Coach, does it come down to who has the ball in their hand at the end of the game? I mean, does Garoppolo strike you? We've seen Mahomes. Does Garoppolo strike you as the kind of guy who even in a high-scoring game, the ball's in his hands, you need him to make a play at the end, he's going to do it?
Well, he's very savvy and has that ability to do that. The thing that really
he's shown that. In that New Orleans games, he's shown that. When the defense wasn't on, he carried that team to that win. He put them on his back against New Orleans. He's shown you he's capable of doing that. He could do it. He just have a coach that has something that's working to get him here, and he took a backseat for it. But he's shown that he could do it.
I think it comes down to it. If they have the ball, you know, and it comes down to that, I'm going to almost fall back to the play caller. I really do. I think Kyle's a very savvy play caller. You know, you saw it this year, especially in the playoffs, the way he handled things, the way he stuck to his game plan. That's going to be a very interesting call.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis.
Nigga, I gotta be safe.